if the whole basis of God is dope is to get rid of the hypocritical, oh, this is what I do, but it's not right to do it, but I do it anyway. It's to get rid of that. It's like, man, be who you are. You believe in signs? You believe in signs. You a Christian too? You're a Christian.
Okay. I don't disagree with that concept. I disagree
listening
with
to Future
it being
and Drake?
a good idea.
You like Future and Drake? Cool. You could, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm willing to bet
You
that
believe in God
more
too?
Christians believe or listen to Future and Drake than believe in zodiac signs.
You a fool.
Okay.
I mean, that could be the question.
No, that's not the question. The question is, do you think God is Dope should make a series based on astrology and zodiac signs? That's the question.
Like
Who is this?
This is
Intern Thursday.
This is one of the guys. One of the guys that I know.
One of the guys that you know. That's specific.
It's like one of the kids that he has his own brand called Mission. It's First Mission, I think. Hold on.
Oh yeah. You did a talk with him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It was at the store at the 21-minute mark. Y'all were talking about selling shirts on campus, even cheaper because of y'all new way of thinking. Where were y'all selling it at first? Didn't we already talk about this?
I don't know, maybe.
I think we already talked about how we decided that it was better to do volume.
And what was the thought process to make that? Okay, yeah.
The thought process was, we talked about it when, remember what the question was? Yeah, the question was about the breakthrough point. And the breakthrough point, one of the big ones was the $10 tee.
Okay.
Where we realized, I think we already addressed that.
Okay. Oh, this is mine?
Yeah. I already finished mine.
Wow, okay.
We need a water company.
This is interesting.
Sponsor us.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, no free promo.
All right. Okay, podcast 4.
Okay, 6.
Huh?
Yeah, this is 6. Last one was 5. This is 6. Podcast 6.
Wow.
Yep. We've been doing like 2 a week. I think the first week we just did 1.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Podcast 6. I did the clap.
Okay. Do you want to start in with our debate?
It's Scorpio season, right?
Correct.
All right. So I texted Jay this morning. What's that?
Next door. I don't think that's us.
All right. So
yeah, it's next door.
It might not pick. I
don't know. It's kind of loud. Should we wait?
What they doing?
They're renovating the unit next door. I walked out there to see what was going on. I guess they're sawing some metal.
All right, cool. Let's stop.
Okay.
All right, so
Scorpio season.
It's Scorpio season.
I can read our transcript.
Today, I text Jay. We don't have to do exact.
I'm going to do voices, too.
Okay, go ahead.
Scorpio season. Shrug. Trending on Twitter. Need a shirt for tonight based around that. I said, astrology? Question mark, question mark. Which should be the start of a shirt for every zodiac. And you said, Christians believe in it the most, LOL. And I said, what's that got to do with God? You said, nothing. But if we're creative enough, we can figure it out. And then I tried to call you to further argue that I don't think it's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
But then we said, we'll save it for the podcast. So here we are.
Uh-huh.
And so Sharad's viewpoint is that we can do
my viewpoint on it is the same as yoga.
Yoga.
Like, technically, no. It don't make sense.
Technically, no.
But in society, in pop culture and everything that, you know, we represent, it is who we are. You know?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Aaliyah, you consider yourself a Christian? You consider yourself a Christian?
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, ask her what she thinks.
Yeah? Wait. What's your zodiac sign? Aquarius?
Everyone knows their zodiac sign.
Do you believe in your sign? Yeah? Okay. Case closed.
Okay, not case closed. Not
case
at all.
Case is closed.
That's not... Okay, Aaliyah, what do you think about God is Dope selling merchandise based on astrology and the zodiac signs. Do you think that would go over well? Do you think people would receive that well? No. Why do you think people wouldn't receive that well?
It's a lot of stuff people don't receive well that we do.
Yeah, and I don't like it. That's not a good thing.
I know.
I mean, the yoga thing got more hate on it than anything else. Comment why? You thought that was weird? And personally, I didn't have a problem with the yoga thing, but that got a lot of dislike.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we had a little debate earlier in the factory about if that made sense or not. And then we came up with two conclusions. The first being...
I had a debate about the astrology?
Yes.
Oh, before I got here?
Yes. Well, not a huge one. Just me, Diamond, Deja, and Aaliyah. And the few was just kind of there. But we talked about how, A, it could be seen as you're believing more in the stars in the universe than God's plan for you. And then the affirmative to that is, well, if God created the stars in the universe, then it's all in the same, which I think is what you're trying to say. Correct? Right. So I had something to say about it.
Can you close the garage for me? Thank you.
I called my friend Camilo Buchanan, who's a preacher, and I gave him the scenario, and he told me that, to his knowledge, and I consider him a very reputable source, to his knowledge, that would be not accepted well. That the consensus in the faith-based community is that astrology and the zodiac sign is BS. Because in worshiping and giving that attention, you're idolizing the creation, not the creator.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, how did you start that conversation with the pastor?
Preacher.
How did you start that conversation?
I said, I'd like for you to tell me your thoughts on astrology.
Okay. You know what you should have asked him first?
What should I have asked him?
I should have been a lawyer. Should have asked him his sign.
I mean, it's one thing to know your sign.
I know, but you should have led into the conversation.
But what does that? You can know your sign.
It's a lot of hypocritical people out here.
Yeah, a lot of hypocritical people that will also condemn us for also being hypocritical. Two rights don't make it wrong. Or wait, two wrongs don't make it right.
No, but right? I'm saying,
if we're wrong and they're wrong, then everyone's wrong.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Fair exchange ain't no robbery.
All right. Well, okay. If we were to do it, then how would we do it without? How does that even fit into our whole branding? How does that fit?
That's what
on
I'm saying.
brand?
I was just saying if we can like.
I just think it's so far.
International Women's Day, like on
Woman
the surface.
Of God.
I know, but on the surface, it's like, okay, how does that, like, what does that have to do with? You know what I'm saying?
That's an easy. That took me 15 minutes to come up with.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I think if we creative enough, and I'm pretty creative, you're pretty creative, between us, we can do it indirectly. You know, like, I don't know, maybe you don't think, I just think.
I think, okay, we create something and then it just doesn't get the response that you expect due to the consensus that's going on with it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, okay, yoga. God loves yoga. Like we could do anything like God loves Scorpios.
No,
it could be anything like that. That we can just throw a word God in and like you can do it, but it doesn't mean
no. What I'm saying is, I said creative. I didn't say like whack.
Okay,
that's whack. So
and I think if whatever, all right, then I would like to withdraw from this, and then if you can come up with something and prove me wrong, I just don't think it can be done without people giving you huge backlash because it's like not a Christian thing.
God's favorite season. God's favorite sign. I mean, that's just right. You know, like, and it don't have to be a specific. You know what I'm saying?
Then we're operating like a t-shirt kiosk in the mall where we're just exchanging each sign. Each month gets a different sign.
No, it's not. That's just one shirt.
God's favorite sign.
Period.
That's gonna sell.
God's whatever. But I'm just saying, like, that's just like 2 minutes of thinking. That's just 2 minutes of thinking.
I don't think that would go well.
Okay, well, that's just 2 minutes of thinking. Imagine 2 days, and it's like, oh, okay, let's figure this out.
That's
just how it works.
It's not a Christian thing.
Well, it's not a Christian thing. I know it's not. But what I'm saying is...
You said that they believe in it more than
they do.
I don't believe that.
Wow.
I don't believe that.
Wow. Diamond, what's your sign?
Everyone knows their sign.
Pisces?
Like, everyone knows their sign. What do you think how would it go over? We can't go from Alexa and your favorite gospel song. I think that's a big 180. It's not on brand.
The whole basis of God is dope is just to get rid of the hypocritical stuff. It's just like, man. But all right.
That's just my take on it.
The whole basis of God is dope is to get rid of the hypocrites. It's to like, okay, we get it, but this is what's going on in today's world. This is the new Christian.
And I don't think as many people care about their sign as...
What?
I really...
That's what I'm saying. It's just two different... You're in the kosher, but maybe you're not that deep in the kosher. Let me ask, who didn't you have a meeting with today? Hey, Jared.
Matt, Jared.
What's your sign, bro?
What's my sign? Look, Jared knows the sign, but he doesn't give a crap about any of that. Watch.
I think it's like Sagittarius or something.
Okay. What's your sign? You're a Gemini?
Everyone knows their sign, but I'm saying that they don't... Would you buy a piece of clothing that reps your sign?
It's not about that.
I'm saying it.
Jared probably wouldn't even buy God is dope, period. What is that? Like, what is that?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that's a bad example. But, he's pretty neutral. Hey, Devin. Come here for a second.
I don't think... I mean, buy it or not, I just don't think it's a good look.
Buy it or not, you don't think it's a good look?
Like, with sales or not.
Devin, what's your sign? Huh? Are you a true Aquarius?
What does that mean?
Are you like as far as...
Yeah, it be applying. But I think them be vague descriptions.
Yeah.
It's all
fake.
fake.
Anybody can read it and be like, oh, I see that in you.
Right. But you consider yourself a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Devin, would you buy a shirt by God is Dope that has to do with zodiac signs?
Yeah, I would, but
do you think that's on brand?
Astrology has like it's like magic or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to mix the two.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to mix the two.
Thank you. It's research based, you say.
So it's magic.
It's research based.
It's like science.
Listen to Diamond, man. I'm with Diamond. Hashtag I'm with Diamond.
Okay.
Hashtag I'm with Diamond. I feel it. I just know y'all gonna.
Well, let's just this was supposed to be our debate, so let's give it up to the viewers.
Debate. Yeah.
Viewers, listeners.
From your point of view, like people gonna be like, yeah, but
to
listen to this though. If the whole basis of God is dope is to get rid of the hypocritical, oh, this is what I do, but it's not right to do it, but I do it anyway. It's to get rid of that. It's like, man, be who you are. You believe in signs? You believe in signs. You a Christian too? You're a Christian.
Okay. I don't disagree with that concept. I disagree
listening to Future
it being
and Drake?
a good idea.
You like Future and Drake? Cool. You could, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm willing to bet
you
that
believe in God
more
too?
Christians believe or listen to Future and Drake than believe in zodiac signs.
You're a fool.
Okay.
I mean, that could be the question.
No, that's not the question. The question is, do you think God is Dope should make a series based on astrology and zodiac signs? That's the question. I don't believe so. That's the question.
All right, Jay.
Okay. Well,
I take chances. I'm a risk taker.
As you can see, we've completed a new addition to our factory.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we could get some B-roll of... It's not done. It just finished 30 minutes. 30 minutes ago. But it's a new office space for Sherrod, as well as a meeting space / lounge area for the team.
Yep.
and / creative think tank where we can step outside of the madness and in there and gather some ideas and think.
We need to figure out how to.
Should we do this in here? Should we do this in there now?
I was thinking about that, but it's just, I think
this is cool.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
So that's new. So talking about our idea last podcast was the Alexa shirt. Your idea last podcast was the Alexa shirt. So if you guys remember, we were debating on what song should go into the Alexa shirt. Sherrod ended up picking.
Never would have made it.
Yeah, right there.
Never would have made it without you.
Yep. So that shirt or that hoodie, sorry,
I would have lost it all.
The hoodie ended up doing really well.
My, you know what I'm saying, my vibrato. But go ahead.
You should release you should do a gospel album.
I was thinking about it.
As well as your side project. But
yeah.
You should do a gospel album. That would be really cool.
About it. It would be.
Or God is Dope Christmas album.
We should.
We should have everyone sing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A family Christmas album. But cool. So that hoodie was released Friday night.
Yeah.
Correct? And lasted up until, it was supposed to go until Sunday. We let it run through Monday.
Yeah.
And the total sales on it, last time I looked, was 633. But it could be a little bit more than that.
650.
Let's just round up to 650. So that was really, really successful. It had a huge engagement rate on our Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't follow. You did do a Shade Room ad on it.
Yep.
As well as a Insta God Ministries ad.
Insta God and
one more Spiritual
Word. Yeah.
So I didn't follow those too much.
I don't think it did. I mean, just based off the engagement. I don't know why.
Huh. Do you think it was timing? It was a daytime ad? Do you think that could be it?
Nah. Because it was like three comments.
Do you think they just don't get good engagement?
I think I've tried some stuff with them and it got some pretty good. It's like hit or miss. It's like
very tricky.
Yeah.
Very tricky. Well, how did you rate the Shade Room engagement?
I think the engagement on the Shade Room, like it was like very, very slow. It wasn't like in 2 hours at 100,000, but within
it got there.
It got to like 100,000 likes.
I thought it was interesting. It was a daytime. I personally hadn't seen us do a daytime.
Right. Yeah, it was a daytime, and then and even from a sales point of view, it did amazing in my opinion.
I think so too. It is currently in our journey the number one, aside from the green distress tee, but that's a staple.
It's the number one what?
Selling thing aside from the green distress shirt this month.
Oh.
It beat out the Pray for This hoodies.
In 2 days.
In 2 days. 3, yeah.
Wait, it beat out the Pray for This hoodies?
Yep. By like 100.
Wow.
So it did really, really well.
For this month? For this whole month?
Yeah. Well, when I looked, it was yesterday, the 22nd. From the 1st to the 22nd.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So that was really successful. So I think we are considering bringing it back in a black version with a different quote. Because we want to establish that our maybe just one-hit wonder.
Yeah, like some stuff is just like the property of God. It's like, man, that was dope.
Okay.
We never did it again. And when we bring, I don't know how popular Alexa Play this will be next year, but it probably won't be. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. The Alexa thing, I mean, Alexa has been around for a little bit. The meme of it being on social media.
It started what?
Yeah, a
couple weeks ago, right?
I saw it a while ago. I think you're a little late to the party sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a thing. Do you think we should do a Siri counterpart?
A who?
A Siri counterpart.
No. Alexa is cool because of that commercial they did for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. And
so really we're almost a year late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super Bowl in Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we've been having a couple of issues with our email, being that on our Instagram, the emails lead to info@godisdope.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to...
Let's talk about the real issue. Let's not talk about the email being from God is Dope. Let's get to the root of it. Let's not talk about the fact that the email is going to me. That
is an issue. The email's going to you and you're not reading it. And so
but let's talk about why people emailing. Let's talk about that.
No, don't avoid that though. Let's talk about that. But first, let's also talk about how people are emailing that main email and it's not going read. So it needs to go to Zay's email, thegoddessdopeinfo@gmail.com.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
The real issue, we already addressed it last week. Things are slowed down.
Yeah.
The green distress shirts.
Let's talk about the big mistake that we got 12 emails for in one day.
But that's not what I'm talking about. This 12 emails. That's not nothing compared to the hundreds of emails about where's my package. The 12 emails that happened was Zay and Aaliyah were out of town. Zay is still out of town. Zay is the permanent fulfiller.
She's the backbone to Goddess Dope.
Of packages. Or not permanent fulfiller, sorry. She prints the packages and deals with customer emails. And with her being out of town this week, we had to replace her last week with
the old
package printer. Label printer.
The older and more difficult.
She's the older printer. And so the issue being that Zay laid out a system for her. Zay and Aaliyah laid out a system of, if it reads this, write this down. If it reads this, write this down. And she did not, for whatever reason, feel like that applied to her after we asked her to, we printed out the sheet.
I just can't see how you can write the same, if it was just all hoodies being ordered, cool. But based on the fact that you writing down hoodies and shirts at the same thing.
Well, let me explain. The issue was that we are currently selling a pray for this hat, a pray for this hoodie, and a pray for this tee. When you print out a label, can you bring one of the labels so I can show? When you print out a label, you write on the back of the label what is in that order, so that the fulfillment team can then fulfill it. So the printer was writing, and the way you write it is size and then code, whatever we come up with the code. The printer was writing size PFT, which to a fulfiller is a small, medium, large, extra large. Pray for this shirt. If it was a hoodie, it would be size PFT hoodie. But this person was not going off the guide. So they were just writing small, prayed for this, medium, prayed for this, and so on. And so people were being shipped shirts instead of hoodies. And this also happened with the Just Gods, because there's a red Just God hoodie and there's a red Just God shirt.
And hat. But we're not selling the hat online right now. Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Is there a reason we're not?
Sometimes I take it down for certain reasons.
I think you might have taken it down for the 30 for 30 and never put it back up.
Yeah, we should put them back up.
Okay. But that was... This email issue, though, was before then, but that also is a big issue that we addressed today. Aaliyah actually called an emergency meeting. I was proud of her for doing that. To figure out the bottom line, why these emails are coming in. But we need to change that. The main email, because people are hitting up the Instagram, sending an email, and then not knowing what's going on. And then also, it just gets confusing when they send an email to you, then send an email to Zay, then send an email to me, and then DM you, and then DM me. And then it's like, I've done it a couple times now on accident where I make a new order, like someone irks me about it, or it's like, hey, and I make them a new order, and Zay already shipped them a new order, and I don't know that. And then they got shipped two things. So I think that there needs to be maybe some way of like, this has been dealt with.
Right. A note. Just put a note in the thing. If you're dealing with it, I mean, because obviously you're gonna go back and look at the order number.
You'd have to. Okay.
It's been dealt with.
Okay. Dealt with. No. Fair enough. Okay. That's all that I had, aside from whatever I thought of before starting this that I couldn't remember.
One thing I
remember now.
What? Go ahead.
Okay, so last week we didn't talk about this on the podcast, but I had an idea to do a interactive kind of like 8-bit style video game for God is Dope that we would pair with the shirt, and I just wanted to address that with you, that the meeting with the developer is today at 6, so we can figure out what's in our budget to do, and then go from there. And I think we could pair that with a shirt and a hat, or just 2 t-shirts with like the 8-bit style retro game look.
Okay.
with the interactive game on our website. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it was. It was more so a reminder to let you know that. Yeah.
Okay. Organization in the factory.
Mm-hmm.
Cleanliness in the factory. I just want to eliminate the just the randomness, just random shirts laying around, whether it's from vending or samples, returns. A lot of returns back there behind Zay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of misprints. That's just like it's like a mountain of misprints back there that we said we was gonna try to figure out this weekend.
I just can't take them all to the store. I've been taking this last weekend. I took 4 bins to the store, so I'm just taking as they sell because I just don't want. I mean, do you think it would be better just to have that there, clear the back of the store, and just have?
Yeah, clear the back of the store, and we just need to figure out, like, separate the sizes, like, you know, see what's what. Is this sellable? Is this not sellable? You know, like,
I think
right now it's just
90% of that stuff is sellable. It's minor, like how we just saw, like very minor things. So I think there's not.
But I don't. How did we get it to like that amount?
It's just hoodies are big. Hoodies take up a lot of room. If you can see, like in that big box right there, that's 24 hoodies. A 72 box of shirts is this big. I think it's just hoodies are bigger. And that's all we've been printing.
Yeah, we just need, like, just putting them in bins, like, you know, just more organized.
Okay.
Sweeping and, like, are these hoodies, like, right here, like, for a reason?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have any more wall space to put them, and that's used for fulfillment. That's how they fulfill them.
They were lined along here, but then they started building stuff, so people kept pushing them out the way.
Yeah, I mean, those were where the wall was just built. This has been moved. A lot of this has been moved because it was in that pocket where the wall was just built.
So there's no other place really for them?
Unless we put tables along this wall again. Like how we had at the old factory, how at some point we had used all the tables for the right wall and we started putting tables on the left wall. I think that would be just along this side up until here. I know, like when the UPS people come in, they come and pull the boxes through this little lane though.
Yeah. I guess it's cool. It's just...
I definitely see what you... I mean, the samples and like just what you pointed out to me yesterday was cleaned up, and that's just stuff that was made and not dealt with, so we'll be better about that.
Okay, hold on. Felipe.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. What's going on?
Nothing. I texted you yesterday, but I don't know if you saw it. But it was about Camp wanting to do something at the house.
For Halloween?
Yeah.
What type of budget did they? I mean, was it they was gonna pay the regular rate?
So what she was saying was everything that they was looking at other places, and she was saying 1,100, 1,000, like that type of thing. And I was like, well, I know that our half a day rate was somewhere close to that. So I was like, I don't know, I have to let you know. But that's the price they look at. Okay.
But that wasn't a half a day. It was from 10. It was more than a half a day. It was like it fell into the 4-day range from 10 to 3. So if it's gonna start from 10 to 3, they're gonna need an hour before probably to prep, and then an hour after to clean up, right? Huh?
Yeah, 11 and 3. But I'm gonna tell them they're gonna have to end at 2. 3 o'clock is really late.
I mean, I think it'd be cool if no matter how late it is, as long as we got security and nobody's like lingering outside, the music is being played in the house. Because we did the Young Dolph video ended at 5 or 6.
Oh my God, I'm just talking about being there.
Oh, you being there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you get. Felipe, you've been getting over a long time, man. Come on.
So Rare Sound, so they want to do that, and then they was like, okay, can we partner, collab, or whatever? And then of course they like it'll be lucrative for the collaboration and with promotional material and all that kind of stuff. In my head, I'm like, I don't think Sherrod really care nothing about that. But anyway.
Yeah, nah. I don't really care about partner. I mean, I care about partnerships, but I don't know too much about what they have in mind. People just throw the word partnership around just to say
collab
money.
can mean anything.
Yeah, but what you can do is see if they're willing to pay the full day rate, and do they know they got to do the shuttles and security and all of that, right?
Yeah, I told her.
So yeah,
So when you say the full day rate is $2,500, you mean the half the day rate for $1,500?
No, I mean the full day.
$2,500?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they probably won't do it, and I'm fine with that. All right. Yeah.
I had two more things.
Okay.
The first thing being me and Sed's task to come up with a campaign for the parade for this video. So we brainstormed a little. We didn't want to get too far ahead before you reeled us back if you had anything to add. So we wanted to at least establish roots on where we're going with this, right? So from our last conversation, we understood the essence of the video, right? Something for this, something for this, something for this, something for this, parade for this. List style. So I think we could break that down into two parts. It could be, I think it should be two parts, being one is a artificial, like we make an ad, like actor ad, right? 60 seconds could be used for TV. It could be, I would see more so an Instagram thing.
Yeah.
Facebook, all that. The other thing being 3 to 5 minutes.
Hold on 1 second. Said I like the motion. You know what I'm saying? Like it give a nice dynamic as far as the steady cam being like floating around with the. So I know you do your thing as far as. But yeah, I think it just based off the fact that we just sitting here, I think it's just the camera floating around, showing stuff. I think that's. And I know it could get tired. I know your arm can get tired, and it can, Yeah, I know.
It's a heavy thing.
Yeah, I know, but.
Ready?
Yeah.
The other one is a real life scenario testimonial type video with 3 to 5 minutes where it actually is a real life thing that someone is explaining verbally. One's more visual and one's more like, this is my story, right? So we do them both and then premiere them both amongst all the channels together, right? It's a coercive campaign. And so in the real route, it would be a story of someone that either went through something. We were thinking Wood's story was an inspirational story about how he went through, his life was on the up, he got into trouble, went down, and then he found himself through cooking, right? I know, as well as mentioned that a friend of his, for example, his family owned a restaurant. That restaurant burned to the ground in a tragic fire. And now they're able to get a new restaurant up and running, and that's, along those lines, like an inspirational testimonial type video, right? Yeah. Then more so on the ad side, I mean, that's pretty easy to put together. More so on the ad side, we thought of how you had that laid out. We thought like a storyboard could be at a college or high school where we started with 3. I think it'd be cool to do with 2, right? So 2 characters, let's say a women's basketball player and just a scholar, someone that's like trying so hard to graduate, and be that like training for this, right? And it cuts, starting off with like, the alarm clock, 4 a.m. alarm clock, right? Training for this. The basketball player is shooting 103 free throws. The guy's studying. Blank for this. This is just very loose. Blank for this, blank for this, blank for this. At some point, I want them to cross paths but not acknowledge each other. And they're in the same scenario. So it's like everyone's going through it, but you might not know what they're going through. So they walk by each other at the school, in the hallway, in the wherever, right? And like it could be the guy's reading his book, doesn't even look at the girl. The girl's got, her mind's on the big game, this or that. Just like a quick 60-second, like going through the motions and then finalizing with prayed for this, which could be the moment, like the turning of a tassel at graduation. It could be getting a medal or getting, I think Matt had the idea of like handing a diploma and handing a trophy like at the same time, kind of like their stories are intertwined and the same but different, but ultimately revolving around prayer with shots of them praying and maybe even like, please Lord, like actually praying, as well as, this can tie into prayer isn't like you can pray, but you have to grind too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where-
Lazy, like you can't replace prayer with laziness.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's kind of the storyboard that we were thinking of. Like two individuals, same but different, all linked through prayer in whatever scenario it could be. I mean, very quickly we thought, you know, basketball and like a scholar trying to graduate, or it could be a guy, you know, putting on his D1 hat. Like it could be a guy that's dope, like signing the scholarship thing, getting a academic scholar. It could be both be scholarships. There's a lot to do with it, but we wanted to go that route with that, where it's two people and their stories are intertwined through the tasks and praying for what they want.
Okay. I mean, I like that. It's just about, I mean, with that, it's about execution.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's pretty much how I see
idea,
it.
yeah.
But
it's about getting it done.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but, and then another thing I want to add in, like, you can take a celebrity right now and just go back, like, if they got footage of them, like, early days. You know what I'm saying? Like a rapper or even if it's like a, you know, like a NBA player, baseball, like, just based off the brand recognition that we have now and the following, it's like we can reach out. I think we can reach out to some baseball players, some football, like some, not like an Odell Beckham, but like, you know, somebody that's like on the Falcons that, like, I mean, Devontae Freeman, he shot with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that is, you know, and it's footage of him probably in college and high school and stuff like that. And it's just,
definitely.
So, I mean, give that some thought too, where it's like it adds like instant validity.
Well, see, that's what we were thinking of. I hadn't thought of it in that way of actually highlighting a real person's thing.
Yeah.
As far as doing it through like a artificial way, my thought to add the marketing value to it would be to cast two people that are, like, for example, Jared and Matt thought of, like, there's a really great Georgia State women's basketball player that's like cool on Instagram, like.
But they can lose their eligibility that way.
I didn't know that. I don't know the laws of this stuff.
Yeah, I think college, like, that's why, like, they can't get a Jordan deal, like, you know, in high.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing for us. Only way it will work is if they did it for free.
Yeah.
And then, but that's still, I don't think they would even chance it. Where it's like, oh, we did it for free, but it's like, nah, they probably paid you for that. So it has to be professional because they still consider amateurs. Only way I think the only way they can make money like that is if they've been doing like modeling for years or doing something for years. But I just know how they can lose their eligibility because they can't get endorsements. They can't make money. That's a whole nother story. But it would have to be a fake D1. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's not even in school with a basketball build, or it would really have to be a staged whole thing.
Yeah.
It couldn't be like, you know.
Okay. Then would you prefer to go the route that you're thinking of then, and
just because we could do both, because I mean, even if they don't play basketball, if somebody got a basketball build,
I mean, I think
people wouldn't know the difference.
In that case, then we can shoot it just to have it. if we don't have to have a super high budget for something like that, where we're getting someone, you know.
What you mean?
Like Jared could be the scholar, and Aaliyah could be the vet. You know what I mean? Like we can just do it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, as far as like creating instant validity is like, oh snap, that's such and such, the wide receiver for the Vikings. Oh man, they got Julio Jones to do that, and it's like, you know, like.
Well, what would be our budget to get someone like that? What makes sense?
I just think it's a matter of like either bartering with somebody in a way where it's like, hey, we want to use you for this commercial. Oh, you know what? I was just thinking about starting my own merchandise brand. Can y'all help me with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that don't work, we just got to figure out, okay, how does it work? How does it make sense?
I think that makes sense as well.
You know, it's ways to barter, you know, with people that's trying to do something. It's like, man, or we come to them with something like, man, this is a idea we had, like how Tom Brady got his own brand that he wears on press conferences and stuff. If we know somebody and we want to get them, we can probably grab their attention, like, hey, this is a merchandise brand we had, and you know, an idea for you as far as this is
Or offer them like a long-term partnership with us where it's not just this one commercial.
Yeah, I mean, then some people don't get big endorsement brands by like Nike or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, they get overlooked, but they still good. They might not be that marketable, but in a commercial like Pray for This, you don't really have to be that marketable. You just need to have a story.
But I think the story, a big brand wouldn't pass up on a story.
Yeah, but everybody got a story. Everybody in the NBA, everybody that's going to work, everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just
Shedding light on the story.
Yeah, shedding light on the story, and then
Okay.
somebody with a little recognition where it's like, oh, you know, because people wasn't checking for beast mode until he started acting the fool in the press conferences. Then it's like, oh, this is an interesting guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now Skittles one, you know, like it's about finding somebody where it's like, yo,
We would have to come up with some sort of, I'm sure, like, we don't do anything for free, so I'm sure professional athlete.
you'd be surprised.
With a
Like
name.
it's like people like professional athletes and making millions of dollars. Some people would want money, but they not probably gonna want that much money because they look at us as like, oh, okay, cool, it's a little homie. Now if Nike came at them, it'd probably be a different
of
story.
course. Okay.
But we just got so many people that just rock with us off GP.
Okay. All right. So we'll add that to our, we had a tree, prayed for this. So we'll add that to the third stem. So, I mean, really, we could execute all three.
Yeah.
Okay.
The concept is amazing. It's just the execution.
Mm-hmm.
As far as renting the camera.
Should we
Getting the right directors. I mean, I'm not. I mean,
pray for this trademarked?
I don't know. We should look that
Should
up.
we get that? Because that's a just do it level slogan, like you said. Okay, cool. So that'll be added to our roster. Next good thing, great thing. At the beginning of the year in January, you gave me the goal as president to achieve doubling our sales from January to December, and I noticed yesterday we had done so. So,
Nice.
great work. Thank you
job.
to everyone.
Good job.
Good
guys.
job, everyone. And we talked about it this morning, and everyone was excited. So, we've been able to double our sales from last month or last
Oh,
year's.
thanks. Now everybody's gonna ask for a raise tomorrow. Go ahead.
No, I don't think so. Last year's last year's revenue in 10 months. We've doubled last year's revenue in 10 months. And we still have, like you mentioned, Black Friday and Christmas season, which is big money makers.
Yeah.
So we're on top of it. And we haven't mentioned it so far this podcast. As far as our goal,
Oh yeah. Where we at with it?
we're a little behind today.
10K a day. Where we at?
We're a little behind, but we have not sent our email yet. So we are at 217.
Is anybody printing like labels today?
Leah printed earlier. She came at 6 this morning to print labels. We're on Friday.
Y'all got me stressed, man.
We're on Friday. Today's Wednesday.
We on Friday?
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of DMs.
I mean, the table's basically clear. We're on Friday. Like, the amount of stuff that went out yesterday was like a ton of stuff. Like over the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Play that clip. Say it.
Oh yeah, we do have that clip. It was a ton of stuff. It was at least like 6 bags, 4 huge bins, of boxes. So I think all
All
the
right. I mean, but we still got what, like 800 some orders in the system?
from Friday to today.
Oh, okay. From the
300.
the white hoodies.
Yep.
All right.
And those all arrived today. So all the white hoodies are here today. The screen will be picked up tomorrow. They're having a couple issues again today, but they got it.
Did we send a big, like a little bit bigger?
Yep. I sent the corrected one.
I sent it, right? And
You sent it to me, and I sent it to them.
I see. It was a CC. Both of y'all had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they got it.
Okay. Let me see your hoodie, Leah.
Oh, that makes sense.
What?
That you CC'd. Okay, listen to this. This morning, I didn't know you CC'd them, so I emailed them saying, disregard the last screen that was sent to you, because the last screen that I sent them was that one, the 5-inch one. I said, disregard the last screen that was sent to you. This is the correct screen. But to them, the last screen that was sent to them was the same one. So I sent them the same one, and they kept calling me, and they're like, this is the same one. And I was like, no, it can't be. One's 5 inches, one's 6 inches.
You didn't see them in the email?
No. I just forwarded it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they were talking about. I was like, that's impossible.
So wait, they had to redo it? Or did they?
No, they were just telling me they made it. And I was like, no, you made the wrong one.
Oh, they made it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, no, you made the wrong one. And they're like, no, it's the same one. I mean, this was like a couple hours ago. Like, we wouldn't have been able to.
So it's done?
It should be done then, yeah.
All right.
But if you
Can I see your shirt?
That's at 5 inches. And the one you sent was 6.36.
Okay.
So it's
a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. Oh, that makes sense. I was like, what do you mean it can't be the same? It is the same one.
Let me see.
Sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry, Tanya. Flash Tanya.
That's a nice. So it's gonna be a little bit bigger than that, huh?
Yep.
I got a few people saying they wanted it bigger. Well, I mean,
it'll look good.
You like that size?
I'm little, so it looks good.
Yeah, I think that on an XL might not be the same effect. But something I mentioned to Aaliyah was, because people wear stuff like this, like jacket, it fits right there. It fits perfect. Like you can read it with your jacket open.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. That was that. I was arguing with them. I was like, you guys are wrong.
So we're going to spend the next few days making this office cool, getting somebody to paint it.
Yep. Guess so.
All right. I'm probably going to be a lot more annoying now because I have a place to be and relax and do stuff, and I don't
think that's annoying. That'll be a lot better for us.
You think so?
For me, I don't have to worry about when's Sherrod coming. Where is he? Is he going to show up today? I need to talk to him about this. Why is he not answering the phone?
Yeah. Okay. Can you believe these shirts that woo? and they try to make me seem like I'm Jay. You gotta say something, man.
You already said something for me, pal.
That's what I'm saying. That's like.
We just need to frame a standard shirt. Like
we got no. That's BS. They know he knows better. But
just for general purposes.
Who's folding these shirts right here? Diamond?
I usually have folding and give them out.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right.
What was it? I didn't hear it.
If the show her the pic, huh? Jay showed you. He showed you what? Yeah. The difference in this and this is like night and day. Let me see.
Who added Aaliyah to the screen, to the conversation?
Yeah, he just added to it today though. I mean, after we sent the pictures. This not even like the whole sleeve should be like that. Like that's not even good.
Oh yeah, this is Aaliyah. She's the factory manager.
And then
we've never introduced her before.
This is what I saw. It's like night and day. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Yeah, like that's what this is what they trying to rush and get away with. Just don't let it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't. They be getting away with murder in here, man.
See the Irv Gotti photo I sent you?
Yeah. The dude came in here. He said Irv was going crazy over the show.
Is he filming a show or something?
Yeah, the BET show. He came in here yesterday and was like, "Man, Irv, they want to put it on the show."
Didn't you have to sign something for that?
Yeah. So,
did you do it? Is it gonna go on the show?
I gotta talk to the director, but he came today. I was supposed to meet with the director tomorrow, but I was doing something.
Oh, cool. And then I have a meeting with one of the marketing guys from Reach that came to Music Midnight. I think it's the guy you introduced me to.
Flex?
No, not him. Then it's not the guy. His name's Norm. But he works for, So we're going to talk to them Wednesday.
Norm?
Norm is his name. He's the marketing director.
How we looking on time, Sid? 2 minutes. And he wanted to do what with Reach?
We had mentioned something about doing like a Reach Records themed music midnight.
Oh, so you want to talk about that?
Yeah, and then be that at our venue or like a big enough thing where it would be at like a vinyl or actual stage venue.
All right.
So we'll see about that. That's all I got. There's just one new question.
We got like 60 seconds. What is it?
In the beginning, did you ship stuff yourself or print on demand? I know that's an option now with new t-shirt brands. Like basically drop shipping.
No, we did. I mean, no, we didn't. Yeah, we shipped it ourselves.
Yep, everything has been shipped by us forever.
Yeah.
All right.
One
question.
We out.
Like, comment, subscribe to God is Dope. If you have a question, ask it below and send us stuff to wear on our next podcast. Thank you.
Catch this jacket, Sid. 1 of 1.
Walmart.
Oh, wait. Oh, yo. So, these new shoes I got.
Wans.
I don't know what they are, but I was walking in Walmart and I seen them, and I grabbed them. I started wearing them, and people just been stopping me randomly, like, "Man, where you get those shoes from?" And I'm pretty proud to say that they only cost $10 from Walmart. It's not about, you know what I'm saying? It's about the person. 100%.
You wear them with confidence.
I wear them with all the confidence in the world.
The Wans.
Through Buckhead today, everything. Yeah. So it's like, I get the concept now. It's not really about.
Do you get the Skechers, like the cool kids wearing Skechers?
Well, this
now?
is my first pair of $10 shoes. So, I mean, I think Skechers are a little bit more expensive than these.
I think so.
Yeah. So, I'm even below Skechers. I think Skechers are right up there with, like,
Vans.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is me right here.
Wans.
We out. Over and out.
Goodbye.
Breakfast on the yacht, I like expensive property. Trust account on lock, Federal Reserve a spot for me. No need for money, gold kilo money, negotiable instrument, white people